Maybe the truth is you want them to choose you and prove they'll never leave you so you can feel loved.
Shit.
Hey y'all, welcome to Soul Batina, where I chat about soul ties, pop psychology, and culture. And today I want to talk about my favorite show 2026 Netflix show, Beef. Period. This good show has been the highlight of my week, and aside from its entertainment, I 100% could relate to Ashley's psychology, one of the main characters. Okay, like, girl, I feel so sad for you and I want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, Ashley's parents were the first people to abandon her. They got divorced and had other families leaving Ashley to tend to her emotional needs on her own. When Ashley calls her dad while in the hospital after hearing the sad news about her ovarian cyst, the dad couldn't care less. I mean, he was too busy watching a game with his friends and girlfriend, leaving Ashley feeling more alone and unworthy of even a conversation with her dad about her engagement. Her dad isn't validating Ashley's engagement at all, and Ashley suppressed her need for assurance by saying, "Oh, it's okay. I'm okay. Maybe I'll set up another meeting so you can do." Yes, the dad hang up on her. This shows us a deep-rooted issue. Ashley has learned to ignore her own needs, her own feelings, her pain or joy, so as to be chosen by her dad so that her dad can validate her like, girl, you're doing okay, you're doing fine. There isn't much we know about Ashley's mom except when she had another emergency at the hospital and she had a dream, or is it an hallucination, of her mother saying that raising Ashley was so burdensome. It was a chore. That's what she said. And that's why she didn't have any more kids. Like, Ashley had internalized these words and made it her own identity. She felt unwanted. She was the one who was rejected and abandoned. And so she felt worthless. That was her own identity. I'm worthless, I'm abandoned, I'm rejected. So every behavior that she does, even in her relationship and her work, she was coming from that POV. I'm the abandoned, rejected, worthless child. So even her dad ignoring the fact that she was to be celebrated as a newly engaged was, well, standard procedure. You might as well just add into all the things that abandoned and rejected person gets. Nobody knows why Ashley didn't finish her high school diploma despite being smart. This girl is smart, In my opinion, I could say she kind of self-sabotages. Ashley hasn't had stable emotions since she was a child. She's always lived in an unpredictable world, and having no high school diploma looks to be right on track with her patterns. It's unpredictable. Typically, behaviors reflect our inner self and how consistent we are with our grounded feelings. Ashley was brilliant. She saw an opportunity to actually, despite them being morally bended, you could say that was a bad opportunity. Maybe you shouldn't use that as an example. But, still. And she pitched these two opportunities to her fiancé named Austin, who was not even brave enough to do it. She was the one who came up with the idea to blackmail her boss so she can get health insurance for an ovarian surgery, so she can get kids, so she can please and fulfill her fiancé's dream, because her fiancé was the one who wanted family. He was the one that pointed out to Ashley, look at those two kids and two parents, that is going to be us someday. And then Ashley internalized this and said, yes, anything for my man. And what about this ovarian cyst that I have that I can't have kids? I will blackmail this one so that I can get health insurance so that I can have the surgery. She did notice that there was something fishy going on with the fraudulent This is the second opportunity, by the way. She did notice that there was something fishy going on with the fraudulent invoices, but her fiancé was too busy falling in love with Eunice, the Korean girl, to even take heed. Ashley did not even see she had a gift in reading people and situations. She was very sharp on her feet. She was solution oriented. Like on her feet, she could come up with an idea and a solution because she saw an opportunity with the chairwoman. I'll talk about that later. She was too focused on getting children so that Austin doesn't abandon her. To her, love was conditional. If she performed better, then Austin will lavish her with all the love and he will never abandon her. It was performative. She assumed that if she did all the right things, then she would be validated. Her existence would be worthy. Then she would be worth something. I mean, what else would Austin want in her except for her to perform and become the woman? What does a woman do? They give children. And if she's a woman and she doesn't have children for Austin, then she's worthless. That's her thinking. Now, if we could trace the wound, it would be abandonment, yeah? Someone left, her parents left, someone left you. Your parents maybe didn't, validate you or your emotions and they just rejected your emotional needs. And you've been finding ways to keep those who look your way to stay. Who look your way, mind you, it's not even people that you truly like. They just look your way and they say, hey, you look cute. And they're like, yes, you're my next project. You're desperate to find out what the rules of the game are so you can perform correctly to get chosen so you can feel loved. Yikes. Question: which abandonment phase do you see? Is it clingy? Do you leave before someone leaves you? Or do you just build up walls and freeze? Well, for Ashley's abandonment phase was that of a clinger. Yeah, it just so happens that her fiancé had a crush on Eunice, the Korean girl. Austin, the fiancé, found Eunice attractive as they had similar culture and ethnic backgrounds. Both were Korean or came from a Korean background. Austin had gone to reside on a job offer that Ashley had urged him to pursue and ended up not only getting the job but being part of the creating wellness facility that was a new project ushered in for the club. Now, in my opinion, Austin didn't fancy Ashley, nay. Even after projecting all his fantasies of wanting a family and living forever ever after on her, I think he felt emasculated by Ashley, but deep down he was dependent on her to be, the bad guy, while he maintained a nice guy image. He had all these ambitions but had no backbone to do what it takes. And when Ashley did it, he held some form of beef with her secretly. Beef because that's the whole premise of the show. So when she told Ashley that he liked Eunice, it came off as a way of taking control and throwing Ashley off her game. He kind of knew that Ashley wouldn't leave him and would find every excuse to make it about what she didn't or did do to make him stay. Ashley threw herself out of a moving car when Austin confessed that he truly liked Eunice. She fell head on off a cliff while whispering, he's gonna leave me. Yeah, I know he's gonna leave me. Just because Austin said, you know what, I kind of find Eunice attractive. To people who've been abandoned by their caregivers, the idea, the thought, of someone leaving sends their brain into panic mode. It just goes overdrive. Their nervous systems, in a bid to protect them from the pain of being left, goes into either freeze or flight mode. This is because the emotional part of the brain, called the amygdala, interprets a relationship conflict as a threat to safety. The amygdala hijack causes the logical part of the brain to go offline, leading to irrational, intense, or risky behavior like the one Ashley was doing right now. Like, girl, why are you throwing yourself outside a moving car like that? Why? But actually, I can relate to Ashley. Not throwing myself outside the car. I can't do that. But self-harm, I kind of know what that is, When love feels threatened for those who have been abandoned, they tend to react intensely. And then for people who are not used to this, they'll be looking at you like, it's not that deep. Actually, to a person who has been abandoned before, it is that deep. Either they put up walls and just freeze, or they try to run. Yeah, they're running away from it because the idea of being left again. No. Especially by the people who promised, because Austin promised to never ever leave her. This feels like torture. Even the physical pain tolerance is actually high. Even the Ashley's body had fallen off the cliff. Her ovarian cyst had overreacted. It was cysting, okay? She had just learned that her man fancies another girl. I don't know why I'm saying fancies like a British. Attracted. And yet, she is still not groaning or even crying in the hospital. She's looking at other patients and saying, oh, you must have heard it worse. It's okay. She's not like, oh my God, this is so perfect. She's thinking about work, or I don't know. My goodness. She still has the audacity, the strength to be negotiating with her boss about her insurance cover and health and the blackmail. She is still holding on to that video, because the boss is saying either you delete that video that you have of us fighting with my wife, or you don't get no immediate help, and then you won't have no ovarian, I guess. And Ashley is still there saying, no, boomer. Oh, child. Because letting go of that video means that she's letting go of an insurance cover, and that means that she will not have a child, and that means that Austin will abandon her because she won't have a child, because her own purpose of existing is to give Austin a family. And then she is still secretly texting Eunice as if she's Austin. Meanwhile, Austin is over there on the other side of the hospital, prioritizing, drinks and not her well-being at all. Why? Because she can't imagine the idea of being left again. She would rather go through all that physical pain and torture than deal with the anxiety or emotional pain of knowing that Austin hasn't chosen her. He is choosing another girl. She would rather put her health at risk than accept that she doesn't really, love the guy. She just needs Austin. And that's what being rejected does to someone. That's what being abandoned does to your soul. It makes you choose high-risk behaviors, like, say, sleeping around with every Tom, Dick, and Harry that says, I like you, I think I find you cute. Or being addicted to substances. Hey, I'm not judging, I've been there. All three and more. Self-sabotage and harm so you can at least feel the physical pain than deal with the burden of not being chosen, because the emotional burden of it feels worse. You would rather the world end, okay? Everything just stop than accept that you are not chosen, because love is conditional to you. And if you don't get the trophy for being the best partner ever, then you don't feel valuable, and no one takes care of worthless things. You don't feel worthy. You don't even take care of worthless things. Not even yourself, right? Oh, how I wish Ashley grew a backbone. It was so sad watching her not only accept Austin back into her life, but have a child with him. Like, the ending of the show was just like, oh no, Ashley, no. Oh, it was so sad to watch it. I watched it and I was like, is that me? No, that can't be me. I can grow a backbone, child. Please grow a backbone, child. Okay? She accepted that guy into her life. Like, Austin didn't abandon her and ran after Eunice. But okay, let's talk about it. Yeah. Austin couldn't be with Eunice because like attracts like. Him and Ashley were on the same psychological level. They both were struggling with abandonment issues. Austin wanted to be the savior, the nice guy who was really deep and knowledgeable, but soon found out that only Ashley viewed him as a savior. It was only Ashley that needed him. Eunice, the Korean girl, didn't view him as that. Eunice was her own person with her own ambitions, and she was well traveled and well cultured and everything Korean that, Austin found intriguing. She had managed to work her way to become an executive assistant to a chaebol, a wealthy Korean dynasty. She needed no saving. She was okay. So when Austin blatantly told Ashley that, "Oh, you don't love me, I don't love you. You just want me to choose you so that you don't feel abandoned. You just don't want me to leave you." All this philosophical came to the light, thinking, projection, okay? He was saying what he felt disguised as being deep and thoughtful, and have come to the light. When he called, Eunice after breaking up with Ashley in that and leaving fiancee in a terrible situation. I mean, they had been caught by the chaebol, by the Korean woman, and Ashley was over here telling him, "Hey, let's climb through the roof. I can see that these are lights, and we can walk through the ducts, and we can get out and go and have our own life. We don't need to be saving this chaebol and these people that we don't know." And here comes Austin telling him, "You don't love me." And then after he got what he wanted, which was the flash disk, so that he can please Eunice, the Korean girl, he uses Ashley's own idea, climbing up the duct and getting out of that facility, leaving her there, heartbroken and confined. Like, that guy never loved Ashley. And then, okay, so he gets into a taxi, right? And then he calls Eunice and says, "Oh yeah, I've got the flash disk, I'm coming to you." And then he says, "You know what? I've also broken up with Ashley." And then Eunice is like, "Okay." "Okay." "Okay, break me the flash disk so that we can get this plan kicking." I know he felt rejected. It was at that point that he knew he effed up. No. It was at that point that he knew that Eunice didn't need him like Ashley did. Eunice wasn't all over him and saying, "Oh my God, you broke up. Oh, we're going to be so happy together. Oh, did you get..." Oh, no, that's what he expected. He didn't get that. She was okay either way, and he didn't want that. He needed a charity case. He needed a project he could work on so that he could feel more masculine, like a provider, because that's what masculinity is all about. That's what he's been taught or he's learned, to be masculine. Now, because Eunice rejected him, he sabotaged Eunice's whole plan to bring down the fraudulent dynasty as a get back. Yeah, and went back to Ashley, who, girl, I don't want to call you a dumbass, but accepted him back with open arms, even after all that betrayal, even after the guy left you in that facility, girl, and went after another girl. Austin needed to be needed, and that's why he felt worthy. And Ashley needed him. When Ashley got the full-time job first, he felt emasculated. When she blackmailed her way to a health cover so she can have kids like he wanted, he felt rejected and started crying. "What about me? Why didn't you say anything about me? Why did you go and just negotiate for your health cover? What about me?" Guy, what do you want? Why didn't you say anything? right? When Ashley was frequently checking his phone for any conversation with Eunice, because at this point she was so, insecure, Austin turns around and starts calling her clingy. Of course I'm clingy. You just tell me how you want family with me, then go get a crush with another girl. Then I push myself off the wall. In terms of now my terms and conditions, I tell you to watch the dude. Okay, fine. I'm going off a tangent, but let me reel it in. Dude didn't even get his girlfriend her favorite drink in the hospital. That act me. That was a red flag. He's a people pleaser. That's who he is. The same psychological level as Ashley. People pleasing, putting other people's needs first over his girlfriend's or even his own. And even after all this, Ashley didn't see any value in herself. So she still stayed with him, and their relationship, well, is still the same. The same fearful, are you okay? To check how your partner is feeling so you can perform accordingly. Because if you're not okay, then I must have done something wrong and I need you to be okay so that I can be okay. And Austin, instead of saying, oh no, I'm not okay that you're telling me to tuck in, my child, because I'm tired too. He says, nothing. He says, oh, nothing. Instead of saying, I don't want to do it, babe, or tell me in a nice way, babe, or babe, I'm tired too, can we do it together? I don't know. He says, oh, nothing, so that you can go punish her in another way. Oh, wow. Oh, great. That's why I say that they are in the same psychological level. Both of them have been abandoned. Both of them need someone to need them so that they can feel like them. In summary, their relationship is doomed to fail because no healing or grounding of their nervous system has occurred. I bet that raising family isn't even the guy's dreams. Yeah, I don't think that Austin really wants to raise a family. I think he wants to be traveling somewhere, enjoying life. I mean, the guy broke up with Ashley like 3 times already, and you mean to tell me that after they got married that he really truly loved her, that's why he chose and wanted to get married with her? No, it was because Eunice didn't accept him. Yeah, if Eunice had accepted him, then he would have been gone. Their relationship fake and might just end up like Ashley's parents, divorced, a karmic cycle that has not been broken. Guys, don't be like Ashley and Austin if you've watched Beef. I know I've put on spoilers, but whatever. You should thrive to break that abandonment cycle by choosing yourself. Choosing yourself means reparenting yourself, validating your emotions, and assuring yourself by setting up boundaries, yes, and maintaining high standards. Like if you don't want to go out partying while your person calls you and say, let's go party, and it's midnight or I don't know what time it is, you should not feel bad when saying no. And you should sit there in that uncomfortable feeling of choosing what you want rather than pleasing your person or a made-up audience in your head. And I know it's easier said than done, but it is possible to be done, okay? Instead of romantically obsessing over someone, figure out your own hobbies and plans and what you like so that you can do it outside of the person that you like. Instead of reaching out to people, posting to feel validated, pause and think, is this a factor of feeling? Do I really want to post this because I want to post this, or reach out to that person because I want to reach out to that person, or is it because then I'll feel validated, then they'll give me the attention that I need? You should set up daily routines so your nervous system can stabilize, because your nervous system has been through a lot. All that, emotional unknown. You don't know if they want you or they will abandon you. You don't know how your parents is feeling. Are they angry? Are they happy? It can be destabilizing. So to stabilize it, grounding it, you have to set up daily routines. So choosing yourself allows others to choose you. For if you treat yourself as trash, that's what you reflect to other people. Yeah? Other people reflect that back to you and reject you because you're trash. You are the expert of yourself, right? So if you treat yourself as if you're trash, worthless, don't, unchosen, abandoned, or whatever, rejected, and you feel all these emotions and you treat your needs like that, guess what? Human beings are quite simple. They will reflect that back. You are the mirror to what people choose to treat you as. You should know you deserve true love. You're not useless. You don't have to perform or work hard or be on top of your game to prove you're valuable, okay? You exist, you're valuable. Yeah. You exist, we can see you, you're valuable. You're a human being, you're valuable. Point blank, period. Okay, soulmates, that's my spiel. See you on the next one. God bless you and choose yourself. Bye.